Hello friends, today I am watching the drama movie of 2012. I am going to explain Little 13. Let's start with Sarah at 13 years. Old little girl definitely has sex. Addicted, she says that she enjoys it, she likes it the way it gets, feels, and the way he touches, and the reaction is amazing too. But the problem is that only one of them, she doesn't have a sexual partner she claims to be. Usually believes that every man with her is the only person meets sex though. All the happiness and all the joy end immediately when a man releases his sperm. Her mother keeps telling Doreen, who is just like this Doreen, is not with her boyfriend. Lives and Sarah in the first scene of the film Soda is next to the mic. He who watches the movie. She wants to change her channel, but Torin stops him by putting on his clothes. She complains that Doreen is her will make clothes bigger because Doreen is thick, but Doreen refuses to remove them. She comes towards them and at Mike's feet. Sit down, and Mike in a few seconds removes the dress from her body, and suddenly Sarah clung to each other, leaves them in the sitting room. Then his 16-year-old best friend, she goes to video call with Charly. While she and Charly have the most absurd conversation, Charly's little brother's secret. And when Charly sneaks into the room when she sees the boy, she sends him away. Sarah tells Charly that she has online met a boy, and he was a high school. She tells Charly that she to physically introduce this. How excited is the boy Lukas? In the meantime, Lukas is at home with his friend. Stranger is available, which is available online. One of the girls, each other. Move to the back room where they have sex when they have sex. Her best friend, after intercourse video, makes locust diggers sit with a sack, and they go to the girl, let's see the girls from them. Passes and says goodbye to them. After they see him coming back, DGSEC asks why she is coming back. Lukas admits she forgot something. And when girls pick up forgotten things, she goes digging SEC Lucaster. New girl asks about Lukas, and Lukas tells him her name is Sarah Deacon Socket. Asks Lukas the name of his sexual partner. When did he get interested? And he tells her that it's only because all the emphasis she gives him that she is with his parent. The second day during breakfast, by his name, Lukas calls his mother to tell him that. She tells him she needs his car at night, that she's going to the night shift. He also needs his car from his father, asking your mother to take her to work. But her father refuses to tell her let him take his mother to work. On the other hand, her mother could do her job. They refuse to take away the confusion. Let's and Lukas, his trio Sarah's bites to take home at home. Charly and Sarah are in the bathroom, and Charly in cleaning yourself up the main date. Helping Charly make regularly, and hears Doran's constant voice, Sarah. He asks if he is aware of this, not upset, but Sarah says that has left them to their work. Minutes later, they hear the bell. Sarah screams that Ong Tung is for her, and from Doreen to help her Ong Tuck. Says while she says before opening the door, Doreen keeps cleaning her hair. She arranges to look beautiful, opens the door for Lukas, and inhales it. She calls everything in the bathroom, screams that she should clean up quickly, and shouts that Sarah should get her shaving cream should not be finished. She asks Lukas to sit down, and she asks if he wants a beer. He answers affirmatively, and he brings him a beer while Mike also. He says he wants a beer. He comes back and sits between Mike and Lukas. He's helping Lukas open his drink. She talks to him and talks to him. She touches her and says she asked Sarah to have seen the profile, and more than that profile. She looks pretty. She is flirting with the excuse of going to the bathroom. Makes and comes knocking on the door, and Charly opens the door. He doesn't know. Charly is around, and he is talking to her. Sarah peeks out and tries. She tells him they're wearing clothes, tells them that Doreen is feeling hot, and they should hurry up. So Sir Half Naked comes out and says to Lukash, she'll be ready in a while. Girls chase Luke and his friend, and they dig the sack and run away, happily drinking and listening to music. Boys drive later in a place. Sarah thinks they are in that place. Why are you leaving? And Charly thinks that and going for drugs and screaming. The boys should leave the key so that they can at least before the boys come back. Hear less music then, and when they whistle ahead, try to check them then. Get a video camera, they pick it up, and let's try to check that. What is the sack comes back, and they are immediately. Lukas asks to leave the camera a while. He enters the house with 3 men who made sex by him. Watch the video and say they can't feel anything, they remember him. He told her that he sold them only videos of little girl. Bad of those who have great ass for the video, they would have offered him 40. He refuses at first and 80, but when he finds out that, if they don't, they will increase the money takes it and takes 20L drugs from it. He spends his money on buying returns to friends and at a time. Attempt to enter though bouncers think they are inside the bar. Too small to let them inside, he refuses to leave, send them away, gives and babes some others around creating trouble with guests. Finally finding a way out, first they go to a free edge bar. They drink, talk, play, and they kiss and they return home and they meet again in a camp. The four of them talk, play together until that Charly doesn't pull Sack away. They find another place where they, kissing and touching each other with Lukas. Sarah starts touching them and she wants to lie down with him as she does it with every other guy, but he refuses. He tells her that they need to have sex on your first date. No, but he reminds her that this the second time she asks him if I don't want to lie with it. But he says it's not about him. Beautiful and attractive. He wants them to do it slowly with Charly. They proceed to sex and Dychauk sake. Asks him if his. She tells him that she has a condom, no condom, and when he intends to stop. When he does, she tells him to continue. She convinces him that she is pregnant. She is taking medication and she is not pregnant. So he comes to her mind and has sex with him. Meanwhile, Lukas asks Sarah to tell me about him, but he says he's sure that Doreen has said everything that Doreen asks about and asks if his mother has always been like this. He leaves the house with Sarah. Lukas, she dreams of doing something special. Starts staying at home, though I still can't have sex one day with him. Starts giving tech and he touches her until Doreen starts peeping. He is feeling unbalanced and he stops to meet Dorrance. Goes out who asks her if Lukas, how is it the way they are with each other? They share everyone with Lukas. Charly refuses to share the address. Turns out she's pregnant and the result Swaroop cannot do the job that he wants to do. And how he is a father to his child Koj gets lost in thoughts about that. Meanwhile, Dickens asks Lukas if why not share sex video with Sarah because he's in that age group what they want, but Lukas tells him that he wouldn't dig with Sarah. The sack that makes him offer that he loved. In Charly, Sarah about the baby tells, and they are both like children. They go to the supermarket to steal, enter the lingerie shop, where they take on some new things and trash them from one of the employees. Charly begs to be thrown in her abusive father at the home of her mother Yavin. Attempts to meet her, but her mother insists on not opening the door. Sarah tells Charly that if the government taking money for the maintenance of the child, if you want to show it to the child's father, so he would have him one of his options. Advised to find people and the same night chose one of them. Charly tells Sarah that she has sex with Doran's Mike after finishing your life at home. They will try to meet three men. She gets into an argument and tells him that he doesn't satisfy her and he only has 3 styles and he tells it. She's old and he doesn't want her. She starts crying and Sarah caresses her. Before going to meet Lukas, Charly, Lukas, and Sarah meet Manwa. Sex in the car. On the way to Sarah's house, Charly calls him and tells that the man is a bastard and not him looks like he'll join the party. Charly would go to a bar looking for Mike. Meanwhile, Lukas and Sarah have their sex at home. They continue to make a video of him, attempts which she refuses. The first when they are intimate is Doreen. There she comes to bed, takes off her clothes, and puts herself in between them. When Sarah, if she complains, she will take Sarah to the bar. Charly finally asks Mike to leave, get it, after some conversation, which is not visible. Mike gives him a glass and gives him to give a toast to your relation. He tells her what happened between them, he was special, but she refuses. There was nothing between them, and then she went home. Loka leaves Sarah home. He starts having a relationship with Doreen, touches with fingers, and touches him so much that she makes all the expectations loud. She feels and talks, so both of them start touching him from Charly bar, walks out, and Mike follows. And tell him to see a shooting star. He tells her that he wants them to stay together, but she tells him that it is her, it's a mistake, because what people want is probably. Sometimes the next day Sarah is angry, wanders around while Lukas by himself recorded 3 some sex videos. He sees about deleting scene. He thinks and he eventually does it, and Sarah sits alone in a place where she comments that everything around sucks, and the movie ends here.